The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. We got no relation. I have come, all losing my control.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of Native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday Night Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. And I got to tell you something. And this is kind of crazy, okay? There's a bird in my attic where I hold my show. Yes. So if you see me ducking, okay, if you see me ducking or turning my head over this way, okay, there's a bird. I got him cornered, but I don't know what in the hell I'm going to do. It was like 5 minutes before the show started. And he's slowly but surely trying to get out. Yep, can't you hear him? You probably can. All right. But like they say, the show must go on. I want to thank you, PRN Talk Radio 105.3 Mississippi and 107 New Orleans for allowing me to give you 2 nights a week, Sunday from 8 to 10 p.m. and 2 nights from 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. And this week, that's coming up for us. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be in the 90s, okay, and rain. So what happens there when it rains, the humidity kicks in. So it's going to be a kind of like a tough one here, you know. I don't know why my name is so big on this show right there, as you can tell. Well, there he goes. He's trying desperately to get out. And when he gets out, God only knows why. I have the window open, so just in case. But he's getting anxious back here. But I don't know what to do. Can you hear him? I wonder if anybody can hear him. He's getting anxious. So I don't know what to do. You know, I'm just like, wow. I mean, I got the attic door closed, which means he can't get out there. But yeah, he's getting a little rambunctious. And I know he wants to go outside. Hey, Mish, good to see you, hon. Mish, I got a bird in my attic here, and it wants to get out, but I have it cornered because I have my show to do here, you know. So I'm just going to be turning my head over to see if the old boy flies out. You know, I blocked all his escape ways. So this is crazy. So anybody out there can tell me what the omen is or what's going on when a bird flies and gets inside your house. I know things happen for a reason. I don't know why though. Uh-oh, I just froze. I don't know what the reason why behind the bird is. Do you think you can look into that, Mish? I would appreciate it. Handling something at the moment, but my squad and I will pull up to your stream. Thank you, Dacon. Okay, up on DC Danford. I definitely will, Dacon. I'm just a little concerned about this damn bird, and I want to, I don't want them to die and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just like lost for words. Maybe on the first break I'll just do something about. Whoop, he's getting anxious back here. He's getting anxious back here. Positive things will happen. A good omen. Okay, thank you, Mish. Is it wrong for me to keep the dude like cornered until the show's over with? I don't know. Well, everything's lagging tonight. All of a sudden, all my stuff is coming up. On TikTok and not on TikTok, but on Facebook and stuff like that. Hey, Basket Hound, good to see you. Just worry about this damn bird that's in there. I don't know. Good things come. A good omen. Can you guys hear him? Can you hear this damn bird? Mish, can you hear the bird flapping its wings? I don't know. But Mish says it's a good omen. Well, that's up to the bird. Tell the bird in your mind it will be okay. I'm doing that right now. Oh, okay, Squatchman, Basket Hunt. He heard it. Oh, see, he's out. He got out. I know. I opened up the window for you. Just go down. Go down a little bit. Don't stay on top. Open down. The window's open for you, dude. Yeah. Okay, let's see if he goes out. Oh, he's down on half of the window. What you do is go down. Well, don't go in the back. Gosh almighty. I don't know. Well, your overlay is so simple. Is there any reason for that? No, not a. I am telling them, Mish. No, it's not simple. I just, my overlay is like, I just want this damn bird out so he can be free, fly away and be free. Okay, so we know he got out, so I know he can turn around and go back out the door. But this is like really, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's probably from the bird totems, the bird spirits. Did I have a great trip? I sure did. I really, really did. Thank you. Thank you very much, Baskin Allen. I appreciate that. But yeah, I went up there on Monday. I took the long route, which I'll never do again. I figured I could save some money, going through Maryland and Pennsylvania and all that good stuff. It took me 4 hours, 4.5 hours to get there. And I'm like, no, this ain't going to ever happen again. So on the way home, I took the turnpike. So that was okay. Hey, Kara, good to see you. But Monday it rained all day, and Tuesday morning it rained. So it was kind of blah. But I had the opportunity to go to the suicide bridge. Yes, I did. And Monday I went by myself. Mish says the bridge looked peaceful, even though it wasn't known for that. It wasn't peaceful at all, Mish. No way. No way. When I went there Monday, it stopped raining. I went there, and you could just feel it was really crazy because you could actually feel the temperature drop. Okay. when you coming down here so we can go to the Vicksburg Memorial Park. Probably next year, Mr. Squatch Man. Next year, because I'm retired next year, so I'll be able to do something like that. But but no, I mean, I remember it was like about 78 degrees when I was in front of the bridge. And as a minute I stepped on the bridge, I swear to God, it went down to about 69. And that's no truth. And there was such a negative energy there on that bridge. And, it was like really, really creepy, really creepy. And I, took some EVPs. I didn't catch no EVPs on that bridge, not at all. But it was really, I could say, a lot of sadness. I do, and there was a lot of people who committed suicide on that bridge. Okay. But what's really creepy about that is that once you cross the bridge from the road, okay, there's a path that leads up to a farm. And when you're walking that path, you can feel eyes just looking at you. You can just feel the eyes. You can just feel the energy really, really, really strong. And I made the mistake by going by myself. Am I afraid? No, I'm not afraid. But whenever the energy is that rough, okay, I like to have somebody with me, you know. But it all in all, it was a wonderful trip. And then that night, I went down to Saxbridge. I haven't put video up yet. And it was kind of crazy because nobody was down there on the bridge. And when nobody was there, I filmed going on the bridge and it was real quiet. Yo, buddy, I just followed you as I'm also a fellow streamer. Let's support each other. Grind and maybe play games sometimes. Let's connect, make it official on Discord. Add me. Hey, Brad, Ravino. Okay, thank you. But so I took a video of Sax Cover Bridge. As I'm walking up, it was just like real silent. There was no negativity at all. It wasn't the Sax Cover Bridge that I knew. Okay. The Sax Cover Bridge that I did know going up there all the time. Okay, all the time. You could just feel a real heavy presence there. Hey Cindy, good to see you, hon. Here's my buddy Cindy Sapp. Good to see you, hon. Thank you for popping in. And thank you for your maybe you could like do a little witchy thingy and tell this bird that's in my attic now to go home. I have the windows open. I don't know. But I've been, Mish gave me a good thing to do is talk to the bird. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. But and Cindy, we're talking about my trip up to Gettysburg. Hey, Gene, good to see you. Good to see you, Gene. So Monday wasn't that bad. It was just a hell of a long drive. But I ate a lot. Oh my God, did I so much? I got fat. I really did get fat on this trip. Because I just kept eating. And I'm not talking snacks. I'm talking food. A lot of food. They have this new, see up there a long time ago, they had, if anybody ever heard of, places where you can build a beer, okay, where you walk in and you can build a beer. Christy Bailey, good to see you. So good to see you. Hey, they're all coming in tonight. That's awesome. And, well, they took away the Build-A-Beer place. It was really cool. It was like one humongous barn, and they're turning it into a resort. Okay, so they're thinking maybe at the end of August they'll have the hotel rooms ready. Oh, you have a Star Trek builder there. That's cool. Uh, so I went there and they had a buffet, and the buffet was reasonable. And I ate like a freaking pig. I sure did. And what was great about going up on Monday was that there was nobody in town. There was hardly any visitors. There was hardly nobody. It was like a ghost town during the daytime. No shit. It was like a ghost town. And it was just so peaceful, so peaceful. Then that night I decided to drive the battlefield. And because not only did I go to the suicide bridge, okay. Hey Kevin, good to see you. Not only did I not go to this suicide bridge, I also went around Gettysburg Park, the battlefield. And yes, they did change a lot on that field. A long time ago, there was a general, I think it was a general or whatever, I don't know, but I made a topographical map of the war, the battle up there in Gettysburg. And so they spent a hell of a lot of money to make it look like it was back in 1863. And a lot of businesses got shut down because of that. But I'm driving through the battlefield, and it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, you know. And I'm driving around, and I could just feel the eyes upon me. No shit. I'd pull over and read one of those, one of them placards, what they tell you what happened at this spot and that spot. And it just felt like a weird energy. But I like it like that, okay? Because I'm a weird person. But the energy was weird. And you could feel, hey, Sherry, good to see you. Hey, Sean, just came in from working on the barn. Awesome. Any moose? You get any mooses? You should have a moose barn, Sherry. You should specifically make a barn for mooses. And, got to set up some bear stuff so the bears don't attack the mooses. I saw a couple of those. Those weren't too friendly. No moose. Oh, okay. Interesting. But traveling through the battlefield, I went to the places that I really, really enjoy. And I did take pictures. I did take some video. But I just did not have the time to put them up to show the show. Yeah, that's true too. Lucky you don't have a moose loose in the house. Everybody who just popped in, I have to tell you, if you keep me seen going this way or you hear some wings flapping, okay, 5 minutes before my show started, a bird flew in my window. And I'm like, oh, hell. So I got a bird in my attic right now. And it's driving me crazy. Hey, Heidi, good to see you. But Mish, I like what Mish had to say because it's a good omen. It's not a bad omen, you know. But I enjoyed going on the battlefield on that Monday. It was sweet. It was great. And you know what else is crazy though? My Tuesday night show, I got the opportunity to investigate some paranormal at the suicide bridge with two people. And they're going to be my guest on Tuesday night, which I am so looking forward to, you know. And then we're just going to talk about how our night went on the suicide bridge. But that happened on Tuesday. But we are at the bottom of the hour. Okay, it is 8:30, and I am going to take a break now, a couple minutes, and mentally telepathy that bird to relax, and go to the window. Go to the window. All right. So I will see you back in a couple minutes.
Hi, and welcome everyone to Ethereal Encounters Unveiled. Today we are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans, for allowing me to give you, hey, Beck Girl, to giving you 2 shows a week, Sunday night from 8:10 to 10:10 p.m. Thank you, Heidi. And Tuesday from 10 to 9:10 p.m. But back to the trip. It just got haunted and haunted and haunted. But before I get to that trip, Heidi, I saw that you wrote in about the bunnies in your yard. Okay. I have to do something to stop these bunnies getting to their hutches. Okay. Because their hutches are like right underneath my house. Okay. And I was afraid that they're just going to have so many holes there. There's like 3 or 4 of them that it might do to something with the foundation of the house. I don't want to kill them, and I don't want to kick them out of their house. But you know what? I need to do something. Hey, Joni, good to see you. And we had little baby bunny rabbits. I mean, them suckers are small. And, there's the bird again. Did he get out? No, he's trying. Everybody, I need to tell you that 5 minutes before my show started, a bird flew into my attic. Okay? 5 minutes before the show. So it's a good omen. It could be a bad one. Yeah, I don't know where he's going at now. But yeah, he's getting that. So I think my friend Cindy Sapp is like talking to him. You know what I mean? Get a prairie dog vacuum and relocate them? I don't know. Okay, I never heard of a prairie dog vacuum. But so if I keep turning my head like this, or more than likely, you can actually hear the flapping of the wings. I don't know why that bird came in. What Mish told me earlier was a good omen, so I don't know. I feel bad for the bird, but, I don't want this boyfriend smacking me in the face or pooping on my forehead or something like that. You know what I mean? Because he's nervous. But that's what's going on right now. It's what's going on, and I'm okay with it. Battle was really eerie. Okay, not too many people on there. Um, Drove a little route, and I always go on a little round top. And the majority of the times that when I do go to Little Round Top, okay, there is the 20th Maine. If you watch the Battle of Gettysburg, you're going to see the 20th Maine, right? And Chamberlain, he had everybody fix their bayonets and charge the Confederates down the hill. And what happened was that was a big part of, and that's my buddy CL. Hopefully she can pop on the show tonight. Send him yellow roses through your crown chakra and ask him to go out the way he came in. But okay, where am I at? Do you have baby birds in the walls or something? No, I don't, Kevin. No, this sucker just popped in. I don't know how he got in. Somehow he got in. But I went up on Little Round Top and I went down to my favorite place on the Little Round Top. Hey, Joe Fox. On the Little Round Top is where the 20th Maine Monument's located. And that was a vital part of the Battle of Gettysburg. Okay. And when I used to go up there, I used to smell a lot of, oh, I know he's saying, I know what the message is, but he's saying, get me out of this attic. I don't know. I'm trying to find a message to this too. But I would go to where the 20th Maine was at, and I used to smell gunpowder, and I used to have, I used to hear, musket shot, gunfire. But I was up there about a couple years ago, and I didn't smell anything. I didn't hear anything. So this year, when I went up there, at dusk, I didn't smell the smoke. I didn't hear the gunfire, but I heard people walking through the woods there, and nobody else was around. You can actually hear them, breaking tree limbs and stepping on some leaves and stuff like that. And it gave me a little bit of a chill. My spidey senses started to kick in. But whenever I go there, whenever I go to where the 20th Maine is located, I just feel like I'm at home. I mean, the energy is intense, yes, but to me, it's a good energy. It's not a bad energy. Like a relaxing, like they know I'm there. If you guys kind of understand what I mean when I say that, like they know I'm there. So here, I guess to me that instead of them, showing themselves by fire, gunfire, and gunsmoke, they walked around me because they were like right behind me, and it was like I had my phone camera in my hand, okay, and trust me, I get good stuff from phone camera. And I will tell you, even phones are really, really expensive. The phones nowadays are great taking photos and videos. Yes, they are. And my phone was at the ready to take some pictures, but something held me back from not taking any pictures behind me. It was like I heard the little thing in my head, the little voice in my head saying, you know what, don't worry about it. Don't take no pictures. And I believe that that was them talking. They say, enjoy the moment. Don't worry about catching our picture. If we want to show you, we will show you. And then I just dropped my phone. I didn't drop my phone. I just turned my phone off and I enjoyed the moment. And I mean, it was part on the second day of Gettysburg up around Little Round Top. That was a bloody battle up there. It was a really, really bad battle. And I have some more videos to show you because I'm going to put some more up on TikTok and on YouTube. And if you can, please, anybody, can you just spread the word about the Pittsburgh Paranormal Society YouTube channel, and see if some of your friends would be more than happy just to, subscribe to it. You know what I mean? And because I'm posting a lot of the stuff that I had from Gettysburg, what happened. But it was a nice, calm feeling at Little Round Top around the Main, And see, whenever you go to Gettysburg, I mean, I don't know why I went in June because I hate going in the summertime because it is hotter than hell there. It was humid. And there goes, I don't know what the hell is going on with my computer today. I got a bird in the attic. My computer's coming in and out. Who knows? Who knows what's up? But it was just an interesting evening, where the main monument was at. So if you're anywhere near interested about the Civil War, especially in Gettysburg, if you have nothing else to do, okay, Google the 20th Maine and just read their history. Read the battle at Gettysburg with the 20th Maine. Or you can also Google Joseph Chamberlain. He was their boss. He was the general. John Chamberlain was his name. Yeah, John Chamberlain. And then as I continued that Monday night going through, I stopped off the Main and then I continued. And I had to go to my other favorite place. And that is at the Fighting Irish Memorial. It's pretty close to the wheat field. But I always go there. And it's such a pretty, it just feels like I'm home when I'm around that monument. I will post the pictures later. It just feels like home. And it's like I get connected with my roots. Even though I'm an American, I'm American Irish. And I am. And I'm proud of that. But I do, and I know, in fact, that I have lineage that goes back to the 1800s. And some of them were probably part of my family tree. I don't know. But I felt at home. I felt at home. And I sat there. I had a dog biscuit because I had to buy one for Sally, and that's for another story coming up later on. Because right below the cross, there's an Irish wolfhound that's laying down. And when you see the Irish wolfhound, okay, and you see the statue, you just get this overwhelming of, yes, sadness. But you also get like a relaxation type, relaxing energy there too. And every now and then, when I've been up there, I would play some Irish music for them. And that was sometimes when I did that, we got a lot of good evidence. But That was a while back when I was when I was really deep into it, the investigating for the paranormal. And I did stuff like that. But you know what? This time around, I just didn't want to do it. And I'm thinking to myself, is it because that you're getting older? Or is it because mainly because you want to show the spirits the respect that you have for them? And I believe it was the later. It was just like, okay, they know me. They know what I do. They know I visit them. They know I give a dog biscuit to the Irish Wolfhound. They know all this. And I can feel them. I can see them. So it was like I had this thought where then I don't really need to get evidence for it. I just got to let them be who they want to be, do what they do, you know. And it kind of made me feel good. It really, really made me feel good. That I didn't do nothing about it. That I didn't rush or turn my phone around and, if I had equipment, put all kinds of equipment out there and try to. It's to me, I have a lot more respect for the soldiers out there than I did before. I guess I'm growing up, everybody. I guess I am. Let's see. Well, he's making some noise now. The bird's making noise. He's trying to debate on how to get the hell out of there. He got out of there before the first time, and now he went back in again because he got scared. So I'll figure it out after the show. So please keep sending the positive energy to this bird. Yeah, mature, Mish. Yeah, mature Sean. Yeah. It was a different feeling. And that's the same way when I went to Saks that night. It was like, okay, I know you're here. But I mean, I acknowledge my presence. But it was like I don't need the camera. I don't need the video. It's not like I was being lackadaisical about it where I didn't want to do it. If I had the opportunity, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would. But this time it was totally different. And I felt okay. I felt okay about it. And the last stop I did for Monday night was at the peach orchard. And that happened on the second day of the battle. That was July 2nd, 1863. Kevin says it will likely gravitate towards your windows, Sean. Thank you, buddy. I hope so. I feel for the little dude. I really do. I feel for the little bird. But, so I went to the peach orchard that Monday night. And day 2 of the Battle of Gettysburg, that's when the Irish Brigade went into the wheat field and went into the peach orchard. And they had a big, big battle there. And his name was General Sickle. And he calculated a bad move. And the Irish got their asses kicked that day. They really did. Now, when I was at the peach orchard and when I was at the wheat field, it was a total different energy than it was when I was up at the Irish Monument. When I hit the peach orchard and I hit the wheat field, there was sadness. I mean, brutal. Just sad. Not negativity, but sad energies. And what was crazy about it was behind the peach trees, I kept looking and I would see shadows coming out from behind the trees, the peach trees. And I'm like, I know you're there, dudes. I know you're there. You don't have to pop out every time. Just come on out. And some did. It was really cool as hell that they did, how they did it. And they had long, sad faces on their face, you know. And I said, don't sweat it. It's okay. You're in God's hands now. You're in Spirit's hands now. And then I would talk about Ireland to them. And Ireland isn't a very good place to be in today. But I talked to them about Ireland and how my family was from Ireland and what part they were from. And I sat there and I talked to them like I'm talking to you right now. And after they went away, I felt this sense of peace. I didn't feel the sadness anymore. I felt a sense of peace. And I guess I was supposed to be there at that. No, I'm not guessing. I knew I was supposed to be there. And I knew they were going to come out from behind the trees because they know who I am. And I treated them like I would treat you all. But I guess they were happy. Why do I keep saying I guess? Because I don't guess. They knew I was there and they knew how nice I treated them and how happy they were. And I even, I even played some Irish music for them, without my cameras, without my video, without my audio. And I think they kind of liked that too. Because after it became like I said, it became real serene. And then after I played the music, then the energy got really, really happy. I mean, if I literally stayed around there a little bit longer, I could probably watch them dance in the peach orchard. Yes. It's an experience that everybody needs to do it at least once. And if you can't make it to Gettysburg and you're living in the States, try to find a battlefield. Civil War. I know in Pennsylvania has a lot of Revolutionary Wars. Yes. The revolution between the French and the Native Americans here. We have the battlefield Bushy Run. I don't go there that much because you're only allowed on certain parts of the battlefield. You're not allowed to really go out there. And then you got battlefields in New Jersey. Everything has to do with the revolution. Kevin says, "Oh, KK, Mish, so Bird may have already left." Nah, he didn't leave yet, Kevin. He's still flapping his wings. He's still flapping his wings. That's okay. I thank everybody who's sending him some very good bird wishes and well wishes and relaxation wishes. He's relaxing now. He's not flapping his wings or something like that. And I do appreciate that people are doing that. But that was all. Did you share a bear with them? No, Tony, I didn't. I didn't share a bear with them. Now, the dude on Sachs Bridge from Mississippi, I usually give him a cigarette, and a long time ago, I would, those little like airplane bottles of whiskey, the little ones. Well, I would leave this guy a cigarette, one match, and one of those little airplane whiskey thingies before I left. And we became friends, me and the spirit. But what crazy was he wasn't there this Monday. He just wasn't there. It was like somebody different, you know. But all in all, that's all what happened on day one. Besides me eating, and I ate like a fool. So it was a good Monday. Tuesday, on the other hand, was even better. I got to meet my friend Christy Bailey, and we had lunch, and it was the best lunch ever. We had finally communicated. We sat down and talked. Okay, and I've known Christy for a long time now, just through Facebook and TikTok, and I'm one of her favorite talk show hosts, or whatever you want to say. How I am, podcaster. Yeah, and I said, you know what? Chrissy lives up around here. Let's go. I'll ask her if she wants to do lunch. And she did. And it was a nice Tuesday afternoon. Ah, you're welcome, Chrissy. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You are so welcome. But it was a great afternoon. It rained Tuesday morning. But this Tuesday morning, I decided to walk through town in the morning. I decided to go to the shops that sell, little trinkets and stuff like that. And I can't get over the price of shit. It's expensive up there. Cindy Simpson, much love to you too. Good to see you, hon. It's expensive. Ice cream's expensive. A damn pop is expensive. A burger at a restaurant's like $18, $19. Thank you, Kevin. But I walked around in the town. But I will tell you this, though. I did hit the Lincoln Diner. Oh, my gosh. Whew. It wasn't as spendy as I thought it would be. But Chrissy knows about the Lincoln Diner. And a couple other people know about the Lincoln Diner. It's a diner. And it has like the best food ever. Yes. And so I had a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich there. It was so good. But and then I walked around and saw the railroad, saw the old stomping grounds, and it just felt great Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning was great. And of course I had to go home and I had to take my nap. I always had to take my nap, made sure I got my nap in. And then I met Christy afternoon and we had lunch. And then I had to go take my nap again. I was so tired. That's one thing I have to say, though. I did get a lot of sleep over the week, a lot of naps, and I was really, really happy for that. But we are coming up at the top of the hour. It's almost 9 o'clock. So when we come back from the break, I'm going to talk to you about Tuesday night, which is good. And what I like about Tuesday night is the people who I investigated with on Tuesday night, they're going to be on the show this Tuesday night. And I'll tell you more when I come back. So everybody go out there, have a cigarette, have a coffee, drink a drink, do what you got to do. And I will see you back in a couple minutes. Ta-da.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of Native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. I have come, I'm losing my control.
Hey, welcome back everybody to Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. And I really seriously want to thank everybody for sending warm vibes to this bird, because he's been awfully quiet. I hope to gosh he's not, passed away or nothing like that. But thank you everybody for that. Thank you, Heidi. But at the first hour of the show, I just talked about my Monday and my Tuesday afternoon and morning that I did at Gettysburg. And now I want to come to you and talk to you about Tuesday night. Okay. So I decided to go back to the suicide bridge. It was really crazy because it seemed like I was being called to go there. Oh, nope, he's not. He's flapping his wings again. He's trying to get out. So I guess I cursed it. I don't know. But poor bird. So I decided to go back to the suicide bridge. And lo and behold, there was a guy and a girl who were investigating the bridge. And I asked them, can I please, if it was okay, if I could investigate with you guys. I mean, the bird's having an adventure. Yeah, he probably is. Probably, it's a female bird that has little birdies that she needs to feed. I don't know. But I'll see what I could do for her when I get off the show tonight. But, and they said, sure. And today he sent me an email stating that he'd be more than happy to come on Tuesday. In fact, they were supposed to come on tonight, but they were busy doing some other investigating, so they couldn't make it tonight, but they are definitely coming on Tuesday night. And we had some interesting stuff that happened to us on the bridge that night. Okay. Again, when we walked on the bridge, the temperature dropped at least 6-7 degrees again. But when I pulled up, they had all their REM pods out on the bridge. Okay. And beside their REM pods, they also had K2s on the side of the REM pods. And it was just interesting. And it felt good to watch other people investigate. And I learned a lot from them. I learned that how people investigate different ways. And he did a lot of EVPs. He sent me a bunch of EVPs that I need to go over. But there's like 5 or 6 very good ones, very, very good ones. But I'll have to check those out later. But we sat there and we did K2 sessions, we did EVPs. And then as it started to get dark, because I was there when it got dark, when it started to get dark, the whole atmosphere changed. I don't know if anybody has ever experienced something like this. Okay. I'm sure you have. I think everybody does. Especially the empaths and the paranormal people. But I'm sure people who do not know anything about being an empath or doing any paranormal work, I'm sure they have realized that how fast an area changes. I mean, I walked there Tuesday night and I saw them when we were just chatting, and it was an okay mode. I mean, there was not good energy, but it was, not bad, not evil, nothing, normal energy. And then as it started to get dark, you could just feel a change. And it wasn't a pleasant energy. It was an energy like, why in the hell are you guys on my bridge? Why in the hell are you guys on my bridge? This is my bridge. And we started to get like stomach cramps. Not stomach cramps, but our stomach. I felt nauseous when I went there for a little bit. But we continued doing our thing. And another dude came and he was a ghost hunter. And he brought out his equipment and he was investigating with us. But it just wasn't feeling right. It wasn't feeling pleasant. It just felt and I don't like a bridge troll. No, this was more powerful than the bridge troll, brother. But it just did not feel right. I don't like saying everything is evil. This was definitely an evil feeling. But being the ghost hunters that we are, we hung it up. We toughed it out. And then it got so bad, like, for me, what blew me away, it was funny because the birds were chirping, all kinds of insects were moving, animals in the woods moving. And then all of a sudden, at the drop of a dime, everything got quiet. No birds, no animals, no chirping, nothing. It got real quiet. Even the wind was not blowing. It was perfectly still. And then I started to get creeped out. I really did. I was like, something is here that does not want us here. And, and people will tell me, well, you should have thrown the power of the light around you and, protection and stuff like that. Trust me, I did. But I guess it wasn't wrong. I guess it wasn't right or strong enough. Because this thing was powerful. And as I went home, okay, well, when I went back to the hotel room, I started to think. It just popped into my head. It just started to think why it's called the suicide bridge. Now, you're in a bad shape when you commit suicide. There's no doubt. You're not in the right mind. But if you go to that bridge and you're not in your right mind, and that energy that was there on that bridge, for how strong it was, I can understand why there was a lot of suicides there. And it just like opened my eyes to it. Maybe people didn't go to that bridge to jump or hang themselves, because it's not really a tall bridge. But maybe they didn't want to go there, but all of a sudden they go there, and the energy that I felt, the energy that the other two people felt, okay, it was pure evil. So in the state of mind that you're in, okay, the state of mind that you're in, plus that negative energy, that evil energy that is attached to that bridge, I could see why. I could actually see why people would do it, would take their lives. It was very, oh, let me try to find the word for it. It was very sad. It was very sad, bittersweet situation there. And there was no way in hell was I going to fight this thing that Tuesday night. There's no way. Because to be honest with you, I would have gotten my ass kicked. You know, it's just like, you know, when you are not welcome at a place. Kevin says spiritual significance is trust your intuition, and possible you will get a visit from departed loved one, says Google. Ah, thank you for that. That's for the bird. But when you are not welcomed at a place, I don't care how big, how bad you are, how big of a healer you are. I mean that you could snap your fingers and clear everything out at one time. No, no, there are times where you know that you don't have a chance in hell to even mess with the spirit that is there. And it's not just there at that bridge, it's at all kinds of other places like that. You know, I want to share a story with you. I did an investigation one time. It was at an apartment building, an apartment. And these two young girls, okay, I brought my crew with me. And these two young girls who just moved in, I think they were in college. They just started college or something like that. And they played with the Ouija board. Okay. So right now there's a big debate on the Ouija board. Okay. Personally, I don't like the Ouija board. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it when people do the tarot. Not people, I'm sorry. I don't like tarot. I don't like pendulums. And I especially do not like, you know, the two sticks. What do they call them? It's two sticks when they cross. I don't know what they're called. They'll pop into my head. I don't like that. Anything that you can communicate with spirit with, I do not like. And that's my choice. Okay. I can't answer for anybody else. Dowsing rods, thank you, Miss. I can't answer for them. I cannot tell them what to do. But I know that my own feeling is I don't like them. Because if you get somebody who just starting off that wants to use a pendulum, okay, then, thank you, Joni. and they have no, the hell is it? They have no training in it. Um, they can get burned. If you don't have training in the tarot and the pendulum and the Ouija board, you have no problem. You can get really burnt bad by communicating to the other side. And when I talk to people who have done it, who have gotten burned, the first thing they tell me is they say I wanted to experiment. And then I would come back and say, well, you should have gotten somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. You just can't go out and do that. Even playing with a regular deck of cards, giving readings with a regular deck of cards. That's my opinion. That's not good. Now, everyone's saying, well, Sean, but you used the animal spirit deck, the animal medicine cards. I do use them, but I don't use it to communicate with spirit. I come up with my own thing about them, what I see in the cards. I don't talk to spirit about it. But I don't use the tarot. And then on the pendulum, I hate to ruin people's things on the pendulum. Is that you can actually easily manipulate them. You can manipulate them. And Kevin should know this because you can use your mind. You can use your mind on it. You can actually tell the pendulum to go to the right and go to the left. Joni says, I don't like those things either. If you don't know what you're doing, bad things will happen. That is so true. And Kevin says it's all the way to open the door. You have to be able to close the session when done. And right there, Kevin, you're right. It's all a way to open the door. You have to be able to close the session when done. Because if you don't close the door, you just left it wide open for everything, every mother, father, kitchen sink, whatever wants to come through that portal. And if you're in your house, okay, you're just going to have a lot of spirits just giving you a lot of crap. Yes. So for me, these girls, back to the story now, for these, the girls opened and did the Ouija board. And so long story short, I found it wasn't a demon. It was a really nasty ass spirit who wanted to become a demon. And so I found him and I'm down there and I go under and I'm duking it out with him. This dude was he was powerful. I kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And then he brought out, I don't know if anybody ever saw any hellhounds, but they're scarier than shit. Hellhounds, and they do exist. He brought his hellhounds out. And then I'm like, okay, so I brought my boys, the wolves, Lakota and his boys, and they were duking it out. And there was no winner. I would get beat up. The spirit would get beat up. It was a powerful fight. But I tell you what happened. And as God is my witness, this happened. So where the demon was sitting, with his hellhounds around him, right next to him, the floor opened up. The floor literally opened up into a big circle like this. And out came something in a dark robe. Okay. A dark robe. came out of that hole, grabbed this dude's head, and took him under right through the hole. No lie. He came up, grabbed the spirit's head, pulled him back down under, and closed up the circle. Yes, and that's a true story. I don't know why that happened. I do not know why. Kevin says, that is true, Sean. We control the pendulum pretty much. It is attached to our energy line. Yeah. Cindy says, oh, okay, just curious. That's some of my family's name. Okay. Sean, I'm wondering your input on how a spirit would become a demon. Thank you. Okay. From what I have learned in my past experiences, there are some angry spirits, really nasty spirits who are bad, but they go through it. They do demon stuff. They want to become a demon. So they actually go, and I guess it's, and I know this is not right words to say, but they go through a course of some sort. They have things that they got to go through. That's how it happens. I mean, this dude was ready. He was doing everything he could to become a demon because that's what he wanted to be. But it just seemed like that the demon came out and grabbed him by the head and pulled him under. That's the truth. That's a true story. Why would I want to be a demon? I can understand why the bad spirit would want to become a demon. Yes, I can understand that. It gives them more power because those really nasty spirits, those evil spirits, okay? Those evil spirits, they just want it, they have an ego, and with that ego, they just want to become more powerful. And so they do whatever they can in order to become a demon. I really believe that. Absolutely. Cindy says, okay, thank you so much. My experience is we are never done learning, so that makes sense. We never stop learning. In fact, when we die, I truly believe there's going to be a lot more that we have to learn. And, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to learning more. Like eating it up alive. Believe it or not, I am. Whenever I can learn something, I soak it up. And I really do. Heidi says, people that seek evil in life make sense. They would in the afterlife. This is true. This is reception here. What do you mean, Mish, when you say that? I don't understand, buddy. But back to Gettysburg. Yes, I definitely. Oh, you are definitely okay. I'm glad you are, Cindy. Oh, okay, but back to Gettysburg. So before I went back to the motel room, I decided to take another ride down to Sachs Bridge. And again, there was nobody on the bridge. It was just me. Just me. And it felt like nothing. Oh, okay, Mish. Thank you, hon. Thank you. I understand now. There was nobody on that bridge, not even a spirit. It was crazy. No heavy, energies, nothing like that. And I'm wondering, like, what the hell's going on here? I think, and I thought about that too when I got back to the hotel room. I'm thinking, so the Suicide Bridge has some really bad, evil energy with it. But I go down to the Sachs Bridge, which has a lot more activity down there on that bridge. Okay. But that night, Tuesday night, there was no energy at all on the bridge. Then as I went back to my hotel, to my motel room, I was doing some deep thinking again. And I'm thinking, okay, so there's a ton of people that go out there over the weekend that just love the ghost hunt. They'll go down to Saks. I'm telling you, in the summertime, okay, when it's like vacation time, a lot of people go up there. You'll get about at least 60, 75 people on that damn bridge trying to ghost hunt. It just doesn't happen. Mitch says maybe the flow of water possibility affects things. More than likely, yeah. But it was a nice flow. I mean, the creek that's up there that was at the Suicide Bridge is the same creek that runs under Saks Bridge. And speaking of the water up the creek up there underneath the Suicide Bridge, it was nasty looking. It just had like a really negative. The water did. It just did not seem right. The water. That was a really, really evil place to be on Tuesday night. That was a very evil place to be. But I survived. But back at the hotel room, after I came from Saks, what I came to the conclusion of, was that because I was up there I went there Tuesday night, but there was a lot of people there over the weekend, and I wonder if the spirits just said, you know what, the hell with this, we're done. Miss says, interesting. Kevin says, you are very intuitive, Sean. Having a feel for those good, bad energies and knowing when, if they are right to investigate, and knowing when a feeling is not good and to leave the scene. Thank you. High rankings. Best promotion on stringboo.org. Thank you. But, and I've always been like that, Kevin. If we were going to investigate, the bird's back out again. He's flapping his wings. So, okay, it seems like every half hour. Okay, everybody, start throwing your good energy toward this bird. There he goes. He got out. Now get out the window, you dumbass. Oh, he's out. He's out. Okay, he's out. We're going to go to a break, I think. Yeah, we're going to go to a break. The boy got out, and he got out from underneath the thing. So, all right, I'll see you in a couple minutes, guys. Hold on. I'm going back. Hold on. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. We got no relation.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. And the bird, I couldn't get a hold of him. He's in a sun treatment again, and he finds some TVs and stuff. So I know he's out of the corner now. So I guess everything is like, they're still open. So if he ever decides to, but I'm telling you what, thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Kevin. Water is energy, yes, and good or bad, true. And Mish, underneath that bridge, there was some bad negative energy. That's terrible. But so we're here to the last half hour of the show, okay? And I want to wrap it up. Wednesday, I just did daylight tours of the battlefield. You know, I thought maybe I could pick up some kind of. It's really weird because really the only time that you can actually pick up like spirit energy is basically at night. No, I'd have no screen. It's wide open there, Kevin. No screen on the window. But the sucker's hiding. I should name him. What should I name this bird, everybody? What should I name him? Give me a name for the bird. Bye-bye, birdie. That's funny. Not yet. Hopefully he'll be out the window by the time the show's over with. Lucky. Yeah, we can go with lucky. But, you know, going on the battlefield during the daytime, it's not the same type of energy that you get when you go at night, okay, or at dusk. Because you're not allowed after sunset, you're not allowed to be on the battlefield. Those makes sense. Didn't he fly out already? No, Mish, he did not fly out yet. He flew somewhere else. He's behind a couple TVs. Sean asked the bird its name. Yeah, give me a name. Give me a name, Cindy. Lucky. I like that one. But you know what? Here's the deal. Luck, yes, luck, shuck-a-luck. That's funny, Kevin. But you know what? I just came up in my brain that dumbass. Oh, I wouldn't go that low. Yeah, dumbass, yeah. I think I can go with that. Call the bird dumbass. Hey, dumbass. Get out the window. He didn't say nothing. But I did learn that, yes, there is a message for me with this bird. And I think the whole deal with the bird being in the attic tonight is patience. I really believe that. And, well, I'll tell you what, Cindy, you ask the animals and they tell them their name. Well, I'll be honest with you. Here's the deal. You know, that bird's probably calling me an asshole, really. He says, get me out of here, Sean. Get me out of here, Sean. I'm like, well, don't be so damn nervous. Listen to me. But that doesn't happen. Yes, it is patience. That's why the bird's in the attic, you know. And I think it's you know, good omen, nothing but this has been one night, you know. And then me and my mom, oh, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. And so we went out to dinner before the show started, okay? And the next week over, there were two people arguing. Now the curtains open, and I was getting mad, you know. One guy was talking to another woman, and the other one was talking to the other. But what they were talking about, I talk about on my show on Sundays or Tuesday night. I will talk about it Friday night when it's no holds bar. And I was just like, even if it bothered my mom, you know, when I saw it starting to bother my mom, I did pretty good, and I didn't say a word. When my mom went out to the truck, go, I am not here. Here I am. Maybe the spirits followed me from Gettysburg, you know, messing with my internet. I don't know. But I have to say that I did have some patient that. But I want you guys, don't forget, that would make it look like you put a flashlight in the window, sit in the dark and watch for it to leave. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really up to that, buddy. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If he's supposed to leave now, he'll leave. If he's not supposed to be, then who knows? I'll probably keep the window. But the only bad thing about keeping the window up, okay, is that other birds might fly through. Wouldn't that be funny? Or a couple squirrels. They would come running in, and that'd be all hell would break loose. I'd have to tear apart the attic. It's already torn apart, but I'd end up tearing the whole attic apart just to get them critters. But don't forget this Tuesday night, I'm going to have Mark and Tara come on, who I investigated with, and we're going to talk about Tuesday night at the bridge. And can hear from their side how they felt doing the investigation. Yeah, I listen. I've spent 3-4 hours in the dark on investigations. I'm too old for that shit. It's fun, but I'm gonna pull cards tonight. You know, I think I'm gonna pull some cards because everybody likes it when I pull the cards. I really don't want to get into the rest of the trip. Well, like I said before, real quick. Oh, I'm glad you will be. Meow like a cat. Meow. Meow. And the bird just looked at me and said, "What the hell are you doing, Sean? You sound like a dumbass." But Wednesday night, I just did investigate. You know, I just went out onto the battlefield during the daytime. You know, nothing at night. Went home, and of course I slept. Then I went and had a big dinner. And then Thursday morning, I just came home. You know. But Tuesday night, Monday night and Tuesday night were the best nights that I was up there. I mean, nobody was on, you know, everybody went back home after their vacation. And there was very few people in Gettysburg, which made it really, really nice, you know. So anybody have any questions about the bird, about my Gettysburg experience, anything about the bridge that I could bring up that you guys want to talk about? Because it is an open discussion. Kevin says you got the zebra, the crow, and lion. Thank you, buddy. I like the zebra. To me, when you pulled a zebra for me, it was like People get dizzy around me because of the stripes. Like a camouflage, like I'm hiding from something. Yeah, I'm hiding from something. That's why the zebra popped in. And I don't know what I'm hiding from. Oh, I do, because tomorrow I do believe Mercury goes into retrograde. And then with the crow, the crow, the crow's trying to talk to me to get out of hiding from whatever I'm hiding from. And the lion, honestly, with the lion, it's like, I just got to get savage, bust out, and have the crow and the lion lead me on my path for today. Kevin says, did anything nasty happen in that bridge's history? You know what, my friend? The Sachs Bridge, when the Confederates, go to Virginia. Yeah, in cancer, Heidi, definitely going to believe. Yeah, it's going into cancer. But I know on the Sachs Bridge, back when the war was going on, when the Confederates were retreating back down into Virginia, 3 or 4 deserters were captured and they were hung on the bridge. That's the only bad thing that I know what happened on Sachs. I'm sure there's been other type of things that have happened, stories. Cindy says, I was lucky enough to find a feather from one of the crows that visited me. Oh, wow. Man, I'd put that on the shrine, Cindy. Seriously, I'd shrine that. And with the suicide bridge, I really haven't done I really didn't do much researching on it. Hence the evil energy. Okay. I don't know. But I'm about to do some cards here. Okay. So if everybody's ready for the little reading I'm going to give tonight, I want to thank everybody that for tuning in tonight, and I'm glad that people enjoyed the show. And I'm going to be posting some more videos that I got of my trip to Gettysburg on TikTok and on YouTube. So, just stay tuned. And when I put them up, I'll tell everybody that I did. But here we go. Everybody, here we go. Let's go. We are ready. Okay, my friends. All right, I'm shuffling. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Last night, who was it? Carrie and Heidi. I pulled a card for Saturday night. Yes, ma'am. I'm coming with the cards. I pulled the alligator. That was like so cool. The alligator. That was a good card. So, if you want to come on a Friday or Saturday night on UPRN Talk Radio, Saturday nights to chat, and I do draw cards, and we talk about everything and anything that will just make your mind go crazy. Yes, it's a good show. But every day you're shuffling. Okay, you guys ready? So I shuffled them, and now I'm going to cut them in half. And away we go. Let me get something to drink here. Here we go. First card I pull is the otter. Vicious little suckers, but very family oriented. Why do your cards pull to what I'm looking at with the otter is that you're having family issues. Okay, you're pulling away from your family. You're just so tired of doing the same old all the time, and right now you're the otter that is going away from their families, the family of otters, which means you're trying to go and do your own path, and you feel like that the otters, your family otters, your family is holding you back from getting there. but you are a very nervous person. You're a very ambitious person. You're otter now. Behave, Kevin. But that's what the otter, when I look at the card, the otter, it's like you're abandoning, not abandon your family, but you need to break off from your family. And you've been seriously thinking about breaking off with your family and going on your own. That's what I see when I look at the otter. Okay. The next one, I like this one, the butterfly. Okay. So you break away from your family. All right, you're walking your path, and all of a sudden, the butterfly in your cards comes to you. Okay, and there's like 4 stages of the butterfly. Okay, and right now, when I look at the butterfly, I think the egg, the pupa, the cocoon, and the full-blown butterfly. So right now, when I look at that butterfly, I actually see, as you escape, well, you go your own path away from your family. All right, you come and then you're starting to transition. Okay, you're starting to transition into your own. That could be a rebirth, um, but you're starting to move. You're starting to transition to who you want to be. Okay, so far I think where this card reading is going so far, all right, is that it's like it's time to break, cut the cord, and you're moving on, which is a good reading. Now, the third card I got, I don't like this one. So you're building and you pull the coyote. And the coyote's the trickster. Okay. So once you get to the butterflies, and you're moving on, it does make sense, Kev. And then all of a sudden, you're spreading your wings, you're transitioning, you're rebirthing, whatever. And all of a sudden, you got some dumbasses out there that, oh, okay, Sherry, got to run. Good show. Thank you very much, Sherry. So with the coyote, you there's people around you as you are going up and going on your own way. They're trying to trick you into doing something bad, not to follow your path. you know, and these coyotes, these people are trying to pull you away in different directions from the path that you are supposed to be working on. Yes. Okay. So far this reading is making a lot of sense. Okay, you got breaking away from your family because of the otter card. Then you got the butterfly, which means you're maturing into your own, walking your own path, and then you fall into the coyotes that are trying to trick you into doing different things and not actually walking your path, but making you try to do it the easy way or trying to make you do it the hard way. So you want to stay away from those tricksters. And the card, oh, okay, cool. You got the dolphin, right? So the dolphin, according to the cards, it's called mana, all right, which means air, breathing. You're doing a lot of breathing. So you are like not hyper ventilating. Okay, you're not hyperventilating, but you're trying to follow your path, get away from these tricksters. But the dolphin card popped right into you. Okay, and it's like, don't listen to them assholes, those coyotes. Don't listen to them. Follow me. I will show you the way. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, the bird's getting anxious again. Oh, hell, why are you doing this in front of my reading? How dare you? But I'm sure it's going to come out. But that's what the dolphin does. The dolphin's pulling you away, from the tricksters, the coyotes that are there. And finally, the last one, okay, is the squirrel. Might have to pull another one. The squirrel, okay, as the squirrel knows that you're gathering a lot of nuts. But with the squirrel that I see is that when the dolphin's taking you and leading you away from the tricksters, you are picking up all kinds of different things that you could possibly use on your path, the way the path works. Okay. And So when the dolphin is leading you, um, when the lead, oh, thanks, Kara. Um, since the dolphin is leading you, um, everything that you see that, when you're with the dolphin, you're storing it, you keep it in your brain, and comes down, oh my gosh, to the wolf. Now, when I look at the wolf, I see family. Now, the question is in this reading, okay, the question or the thing I see, so you break away from your family, and then you go into the butterfly where you transition to your own self. And then you're keeping away. The coyotes are trying to trick you into doing shit that you don't want to do. And then you have the dolphin coming in, pulling you away from the coyotes, the tricksters. And he's leading you, the dolphin's leading you. And as the dolphin is leading you, you're picking up different types of things that you're learning, and you're storing them to when you need the information that you pick up. And then you come to the wolf. And when I look at that wolf, the wolf is definitely family. The question I have for everybody is, does that wolf card mean that you're going to start your own family? Or does that mean your path is over with and you're going back to your otter family? Personally, what I feel and what I see in that card is that you're going to be starting your own family. You broke away. You whatever, transcended whatever, or find your own path. Yeah, same thing, Kev, I would think. And then you went all those steps to start your own path or start your own family. Isn't that crazy? That worked out perfect. So people, if this reading was good for you, maybe it's time for you to start finding your own path again. Thank you, miss. And, just do what you have to do for you. But along the way, okay, gather all up that information like the squirrel does. And then start your family. How the family's going to be started. Wow, that worked out perfect. Great show and read. Resonates. Thank you. Yes, absolutely amazing, Sean. Much appreciated. Oh, you're welcome, everybody. And I'll tell you what, I am really, really looking forward to Tuesday night to have Tara and Mark on. I think it's going to be interesting. We still have about 5 more minutes. Is there anybody else that has anything that they want to chat about? So please share. Please do whatever you want to do. Talk about it. Or honestly, guys, do you think I should just shut the window? No, shut the door, shut the lights off, and let the bird figure out how to get out. What should I do? I would like to know what I should do. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm sure Kevin has them. But I don't know. I just want to say that my experience in Gettysburg this time around was a great one. It was an interesting one. I got to meet 2 more people who were paranormal investigators. And it felt good to investigate again. So I truly believe that Spirit is putting me on that direction again to start investigating, Cindy says, yes, leave the window open. Okay. And I might just start doing that. or when the opportunity arrives for it to happen, you know, like how you did the shorts when you were away. Oh, you liked how I did them. Thank you, Mish. Yeah, shut the lights and you will adjust to see and you can watch or chase it out. I'll open door and say, okay, birdie out. That's fun. Crush up some crackers and put it on the windowsill. They could do that too. Bird's probably really freaking hungry. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But I want to thank everybody for coming in and watching the show. You know, I have a couple more minutes here before we get into the ending. I know I'm supposed to go to 9:10, but to be honest with everybody out there, you know, I ran out of things to say, believe it or not. And maybe the way I look at it is to, maybe that's all Spirit wants me to tell you all tonight. You know, maybe that's it. I don't know. Cindy will envision the bird going out of the window. Okay. Kara says, I used to feed the birds in my area crackers whenever I was younger. Okay. Maybe I'll crush up some crackers and put it on the windowsill. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Okay, everybody. Children, if you can, please go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And if you have no parents, if you have no children, find someone, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. Because those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. Please protect the children. And on that note, I will see you Tuesday night with Mark and Tara. And everyone have a good night. Okay? See you Tuesday night.